The gentleman from Oklahoma, for what purpose do you seek, does the gentleman seek to be recognized?
Move to strike the last word, please.
The gentleman is recognized to strike the last word, 5 minutes.
This bipartisan Democrat bill provides $100 billion over 10 years for states to establish reassurance programs with federal restriction. That program should only apply to individuals enrolled in Obamacare plans. There's some issues in this too. Finally, this bill does not include language affirming the long-standing consensus that federal dollars should not be paid for abortion services. I know we disagree on this subject a lot of times, but we're talking about abortions. I don't want my tax dollars going for that. I mean, we start talking about the idea of being able to kill a baby after it's born. I don't want my tax dollars going for that. I know, but this bill doesn't have language to stand that. You start talking about ACA, you can go off the rail and start talking about ACA and start saying all this. I mean, my gentleman from California a while ago saying as an employer that he complained about healthcare prices. Well, let me tell you, as a current employer, you ought to pay those healthcare prices now with ACA. My employees that I have currently, because I'm still an employer, their biggest complaint that they have about ACA is that their coverage sucks. It doesn't cover anything. Their premiums are off the chart because it does nothing. You want to talk about ACA prices? Let's do something about it. We start talking about bipartisanship from the gentleman from New Mexico. What have you proposed that's actual serious about a bipartisan approach? I want to fix it too. No one in this place doesn't want to fix it. We want to fix it, but all we see is just Republicans are bad and Democrats are bad. No, if I did, I would already tell you. You already had your time to talk.
Well,
at the same time, we start talking about.
Mention my name. I was hoping the gentleman
I said I
would
wasn't
yield.
going to yield to you. You can shut up now. Now,
You strike the gentleman's word.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Point of order, Mr.
Point
Madam
of
Chairman.
order.
Point
yeah,
of
well, if you want to try
order.
talking over me, you can. I'm not going to sit here and
Point of order.
Point of order.
Point of order.
Point of order. Point of order.
I still have time to talk.
Point of order. The clock will stop.
Okay.
When there's a point of order, the clock will stop. Mr. Chairman, I ask that the gentleman's words be taken down.
It's ordered.
Clear violation of decorum.
I don't care. I'm sorry.
Mr. Chairman, could I ask that the previous comment that was a word that I find offensive, 5 letters, starts with S, ends in S, also be taken down?
I concur.
Thank you.
Withdraw it. I'm okay with it. But I'd already, and another thing.
Does the gentleman apologize?
No, because he was trying to talk over me. You can withdraw my words, that's fine, but I'm not going to apologize to him. He kept trying to talk over me.
Madam Clerk,
Point of
will you
order.
correct the
Point of
words?
order, Mr. Chairman.
I withdraw the words. That's
Point
not a
of-
problem, but I'm not going to
Gentleman from North
apologize to him.
Carolina
I cannot make you apologize. I agree with that. Mr. Chairman, were the gentleman's words taken down,
He has withdrawn those words, yes.
including the 5 letters that the gentlelady talked about? Sucks. The word sucks is inappropriate in this committee, in the context in which you used it.
The chair's going to call a
Mr. Chairman,
recess.
just for the record, I would like to say I'm personally offended by the word, and I'd certainly accept an apology.
He doesn't apologize.
The chair is going to recess for 10 minutes. We'll return in 10 minutes. Thank you. Subcommittee is called to order. All members of the committee are reminded to observe the principles of decorum and courtesy in debate in the House of Representatives and its committees. Members are reminded to direct their remarks to the chair, should not speak when not properly recognized, and should avoid engaging in personalities or impugning the motives of another member. And with that, I will recognize the gentleman from Oklahoma for a unanimous consent request.
First, I would like to, is it saying this right, to remove the 2 words, or strike to remove? Unanimous consent to strike the words?
Without objection, so ordered.
Okay, and I'm going to address this right off the bat, too. If somebody was
recognized for the remainder of his
offended
time.
by the 5-letter word to which I used, I don't consider that a curse word, and I would apologize if anybody would think those words are offended or offensive. I'm sincere by that. My mom was here. She'd pop me in the back of the head if she was offended by that. So, absolutely, but I don't consider that a curse word, and so I apologize if it came across that way. what I was saying, and when I was interrupted, is we were talking about ACA. And ACA, a lot of people want to talk about it good, bad, or indifferent. It's health care. It's what we have. If we want to get serious about trying to fix it, then I'm all about it. Because I have 200 plus employees that are struggling each day with trying to pay for health care. And the only thing that's happened since ACA was introduced is it's skyrocketed their insurance, it's skyrocketed their cost, and their premiums are completely unaffordable. The number one complaint that my HR department gets right now is how worthless their health care is. If we want to talk about fixing it, fine, let's talk about it. But we always say the Republicans this and the Democrats this. What have we done? Except point fingers at each other and try to get political scoring points. We do it. All we've heard over there is Republicans this, and all you get back is Democrats this. But where does the rubber meet the road? Where do we actually come together and say, hey, let's do it the best for the health care? I mean, we're talking about medical prices, we're talking about drug prices, and we talk about everything else in between. I'm serious about it. I want to fix it. I mean, I grew up on needing health care, and a lot of things can be fixed on it. Where do we want to start? I'm willing to work with y'all. That I yield back.